patience is one of the most attacked elements of our psyche in today's modern age. So, for context, I grew up and the iPhone was released when I was 6 years old. Since then, I was amongst the first generation of people to be integrated with a iPad and a tablet device. Huh? We got the tablet, which is really just this. This is all it is. A black screen, which allows people to then access all range of things. This is just a black screen, but it's a portal to worlds and realities that go so far beyond what was available beforehand. I've watched as people transition into a world where we use this to educate and interact. It's amazing because I work with children, they love the iPad. Now, why do I bring up the iPad with patience? Because the iPad is made to hit people's dopamine receptors. And when your dopamine gets hit in this way, you're seeing things through the screen, you're seeing all sorts of stuff. Maybe you're playing a game, you know? A platformer. You're playing a game on that. That could be fun. Or maybe you're just scrolling. And many say doom scrolling. Now, your dopamine, when you're doom scrolling, is just like hit. If we're getting hit like that from our touch very easily, what's that doing for patience? Go outside, watch the plants grow. Who does that anymore? Touch grass, hey? Who's touching grass? We stay inside. We do this, we wonder why there's attention issues that are increasing in children. We wonder why the young generation, Gen Z, that can't stay somewhere for extended periods of time with work or anything, you know? And a lot comes back to this world with easy dopamine hits that takes people's ability to go through the work and the struggle, the grind. I'm saying that life need not always be grim and a grind, but we need to cultivate our patience. Now, what do we do to cultivate patience? I'm going to write down a few things that I think are really important. The first thing to cultivate patience is cut the noise. Okay? Cut the noise. Stop looking at the screens. Get off the internet. Stop interacting with things that give you the easy dopamine. Okay? This is why working out is really good. Look, sometimes I will still work out with music, but for example, when I swim, the noise is completely cut. It is a place where there's no device, it's just me and my body. And it's very meditative. People nowadays, they look for the solution. People look for the solutions in noise. Okay? If I scroll, get another opinion. How am I having time to reflect or think for myself? This stops reflection. You reflect in the quiet. You reflect when things are still. You cannot reflect when you're continually providing more input. It's like if I'm trying to prompt an AI, I can't keep giving it more prompts because it doesn't have a chance to think. You need to prompt, input something, sit on it. Then you can reflect, then you can grow. Okay? The second thing for patience is doing hard things. Being uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable. Okay? We all do different things. We really want to seek comfort. The two states of being, and one is seeking comfort and the avoidance of pain. Okay? You see this with people, and it's crazy how their external body is a reflection of the capacity to do hard things. Now, I know it might be a bit judgy, but I feel like often you can tell about someone's proclivity to pain and how much they're willing to put through by how their bodies look. Because these people that are typically fitter, whatever, they do uncomfortable things with their bodies. They push themselves. Okay, now I'm talking very physical, but by doing hard things, I cut out there, we can cultivate this patience, because hard things, inherently, you have to fail. You need to fail to be able to complete the task. You can't do hard things or call it hard if you're doing it the first time. You know, when I'm teaching swimming at a pool, I see kids diving off the blocks. Some kids are scared, but I tell them, I say, hey, if you tried to stop walking after you fell the first time, how would you ever learn to walk? Right? And we need to apply that with more things. Okay? When you're that baby, you got that neuroplasticity, that learning, you keep doing it. And also, people encourage you when you're a kid. They encourage you, oh yeah, the baby's so good. We need to all encourage each other more. Anyway, but it's amazing how also when you're in collective pursuit of a difficult thing, it's amazing how much we encourage one another in said thing. And the third thing we can do to cultivate patience is meditation. Okay, maybe meditation goes in with cutting the noise a bit, but taking actual time to sit in silence and connect with God, okay? This is something you can visualize, you can talk to yourself, you can pray, but taking the moment when all the noise is cut, you've done your hard physical stuff, then try and do the hard thing that is sitting still. It's amazing what will come to you as well when you're in these states, not just consuming. It allows creativity to flow. And I think if we want to be creative people, if we want to be thinkers, this is what we need. Alright. So ultimately, cultivating patience is something that needs to be done and actively done far more in today's society. Even with our food, right? Uber. I'm not even want to go. I want to get someone to bring food and we just pay for convenience. But life's long. Life doesn't happen in a day. Life happens over a very long time. Excellence is a habit. There's a quote on that. Excellence being a habit. If we make decisions each and every day, it's funny how they stack up on each other in a parabolic way. So I'm still 24. I'm yet to see this, but it's interesting how when I talk to older people, your habits, just over time, you end up seeing who did what and how they lived their life. Time will reveal. Just be patient. Life is a very long game. It's amazing. Another, just a sport. We try and do too much too early, we neglect other factors. And the duration's affected, you know? And I think if we try and just create the longer time frames for how we view life, but also with adaptability, because anything could change at a moment's notice, we can cultivate more patience. You just got to take each day as it comes and focus on what we're doing each and every day habitually to then create more grand outcomes in the long